Okay, so this is the 2015-2016 K2 Turbo Dream. This is a model that's now into its 8th season, which means they must be doing something right. In terms of the technical spec, as previously with this board, it's flat between the feet. Then it's got what K2 call tweak ends, where you've got rocker rising smoothly into quite an elongated nose and tail, slightly longer in the nose than the tail. So that's essentially what's the same. What's new for 2015-2016 is, number one, they've got rid of the harsh mellow dampening in the top sheet. It's now what they call flat top, the advantage of which is it's quite a bit lighter. And number two, they've continued with the electric Coffin collab graphic. That's a design house, and it looks pretty sick. I've paired it up with the lean bindings, which were new last year, and I think they go together pretty well. So what's the Turbo Dream like to ride? Well, it's what I'd call your kind of classic all-mountain board. It feels pretty solid. If you point it down the foreline, it's very stable. The long nose definitely cuts through the crud really easily. It irons out bumps. Today we've had fresh snow overnight, and then as it's got progressively more tracked out, it's got bumpier. This is a board that's very good at dealing with that. You can still drop little cliffs and stuff, and you can let that nose ride out through most of the bumps and whatnot. In terms of piste riding, this is the 159. It's not the longest board I've ever ridden. It does feel fairly long. It's not the most nimble board I've ever been on, but it does hold a carve really well. I think it's that you get plenty of edge contact with that profile. It's probably not a board that I would spend masses of time in the park on. If you're pretty gnarly and you hit big jumps, then yeah, it's got the support that you're going to be able to stomp stuff. It's not going to buckle. But if you're an average rider, that when you're looking to do freestyle, you probably want something a bit more playful. I would look towards something like the Weapon, another one in K2's range, or anything that's a little bit shorter, a little bit softer. This one I'd say is aimed at someone like my brother George. He's a guy that likes to go fast. You can kind of hear him coming down the mountain before you see him, and he likes to get face shots, likes to get in the deep stuff as much as he possibly can. It's a kind of classic season air snowboard, to be honest. And if that's your kind of thing, if you're going away and you can afford one new board you want to stick in your bag that's going to do you proud through a season of racking up miles on the piste and off the piste, then take a look at the K2 Turbo Dream.